Hello, Scorpio. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting April 27th, 2026. Scorpio, I hope all is well. Any new members to the channel, I appreciate you. The decks I am using will be listed in the description box. And of course, you know, with the main deck here, I'm not reading any reversal. Just going to shuffle and cleanse the energies here from Dawn. Leave us messages for the week, and we're about to grab all the energies here related to Scorpio. April is almost over. Unbelievable. Okay, give me all the messages here for Scorpio, please. What's the energy surrounding Scorpio this week? All right, here we go, Scorpio, with the cut, and we'll grab your messages. And for you, we're going to start off with the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this could be a week opening up for some Scorpios. Now, keep in mind that the Nine of Swords, just because it shows up here, doesn't mean that every Scorpio that I'm reading for is going to be affected by the Nine of Swords energy. So this usually relates to unresolved, conflicting energies from your recent or your distant past. Right? Okay, seeking some sort of relief, doing some sort of pain and suffering in silence, and usually other people don't even know that you're dealing with some sort of pain or suffering. But it's usually indicative of having to deal with paranoia, having to deal with some sort of form of abuse. Typical meanings from the Nine of Swords is betrayals, someone having an affair, cheating on you, someone being deceitful, someone lying to you. So it's a very nasty card, really. But again, because it's here doesn't mean that every Scorpio that I'm reading for will be affected by this. I also say it could be an attachment that you have with someone else, and their restrictions, it would become their restrictions, their barriers. And I also associate possibly just knowing somebody who's incarcerated, okay? Seeking some sort of relief through, again, any means of prescription medications for depression, anxiety, non-prescription medication, could be drinking alcohol, could be weed smoking, all of that. Anything that's going to help relieve you from whatever the Nine of Swords energy may be for you. All right, so following the Nine of Swords here, now we have the three. See, again, now, you know, it's funny because the Three of Cups was in another reading. I don't remember the sign, but the Three of Cups started first, and then the Nine of Swords followed the Three of Cups. So again, the Three of Cups, even though it's joy, happiness, and celebrations, it's a relationship card. So there may be some sort of unresolved conflicting energies going on with family. Could be romantic partners, could be co-workers, it could be friends. Because I always say that the Three of Cups could be celebrating energies with co-workers after work for happy hours, right? So it could be some sort of unresolved conflicting energies with that. By itself, it's still celebrating birthdays, anniversaries, still, you know, spending quality time with those that are significant around you. Okay, happiness, joy, celebration. Up next, now we have the Eight of Pentacles. Even more so, the Eight of Pentacles mirrors the Nine of Swords, so it could be some sort of conflicting energies going on with co-workers or superiors, bosses, managers. Eight of Pentacles, however, by itself would still mean paying attention to the details of the work that you do. Also, it could mean a job offer, could be a promotion, could be bonus money, pay raises. Following the Eight of Pentacles here, now we have the King of Cups, father of love, nurturing, caring, emotionally supportive, very intuitive. So you definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention to your intuition, Scorpio. You're part of this water energy here. Usually represents older, mature males. But the King of Cups is in, again, the group that's, I always talk about that if it's here, then you may very well be receiving that energy from those that are near and dear. Even more so, it mirrors over here to the Three of Cups. All right. Pay attention to your intuition. Then the King of Cups has the ability to pull together and form romantic partnerships as well as platonic friendships. Up next, now we have the Princess of Cups. Okay, so the Princess of Cups mirrors over there to the Nine of Swords. Anytime a pregnancy card shows up, I always talk about, if it's not you, Scorpio, maybe somebody that you know is about to deliver through cesarean section. Otherwise, birth of a child, pregnancy news, offering of love, and then it could be an offering of a job offer, okay, or of a job. All right. Following that, we have the Two of Swords. Okay, so the Two of Swords, interesting because the Two of Swords sits underneath that Nine of Swords. So if there's energy here, you open up the week, moving into some sort of conflicting energies here, Scorpio. You can see it, the Two of Swords as having to work on those energies, reduce the conflicts, the chaos, unresolved energies that are surrounding you, right? Here, this is feeling like you're at a crossroad, having to make a choice, narrow that choice down to one. Just dealing with a bout of anxiety here, not anything strong. Could be just, out and about, traveling. And then there's some sort of construction that you have to take a detour with. The Two of Swords is my same-sex loving energy card as well. Up next now we have the Ten of Wands. So for some Scorpios that I'm reading for are going to be extremely busy. This is the extremely busy B card. So that could be work-related. It could be things going on with relationships. It could be personal things. But the Ten of Wands comes in to give you that energy assist and energy boost to complete those things that you have to do. Following that, now we have the major arcana, the Star. Okay, so the Star is hopeful, always, an element of surprise or excitement that could be going on for you this week. It could also be anything engaging and manifesting your hopes, wishes, and dreams. Star gazing, dream journaling, meeting somebody famous. Could be some sort of expansion when it comes to your own psychic energy, right? And then also social media, social network. Someone is running a online business here. See that? All right, and you're doing very well. Now we have the major arcana, the Tower. Wow. Okay. So the Tower sitting underneath that King of Cups could be some sort of disruption going on with relationships. Anything that's, again, I'm going to associate the Tower with the energies that I had spoke about with the Nine of Swords. Just because it's here doesn't mean that's going to be something that's going to affect you or impact you. But I call things out as I see it. And this Tower sits underneath the relationship card. So there could be some sort of, things going on in a personal relationship, that could be involving family, it could be your romantic partner, it could be friends, all right off the bat, by itself. And coming after the Star, even more so, that this will be a week that we'll hear about people who are well known or famous passing away, male or female. It could be multiple deaths. Basically, when I see that, it's just basically their time. Okay. Now, the shock and the devastation may be how the person, crossed over, or it could be how people regard as untimely. That could be the shock or devastation that I'm seeing. Otherwise, it would still involve everything surrounding us, including our weather, earthquakes. Is the war still going on? I'm not even sure. Was it a ceasefire? But it all involves this stuff here. Okay. But I always caution you guys not to get yourself into any fights or disputes, arguments, or anything when the Tower is present, because it's not going to be pretty. Trust me, it's not going to be pretty. So don't invest. All right. So following the Tower here, the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, again, some of you working hard, putting in that grind to get that income, possibly saving up for something greater. For others, it still would be a job offer. It would be a promotion, pay raise, bonus money. And then the Seven of Pentacles, I usually branch out and attach it to all the other messages that are in your spread in the form of opportunities, but it doesn't always have to relate to money, right? Shadow energy here for you, Scorpio, is the Justice card. Okay, justice being served. And I forgot to say that the Star card, even though I made that prediction about famous people passing away, male or female, it still will bring down the energy of the Tower. Now we have the Justice card, that's your shadow energy. That also too is going to bring down the energy of this Tower. So the impact is not going to be as strong, but we're still going to hear about people passing away that are well known. Okay. Justice card, the scales always represent an element of balance. So this could still be seen as a week of balanced energy for you. Justice being served, justice being on your side. Any forms of settlements, judgments, litigations also being in your favor. This could be a week of just exercising your own liberation or freedom. Okay. Someone could be getting married here in front of the justice of the peace. All right, so that's what I have in your shadow, Scorpio. Additional cards here. I want to throw. This deck usually has just one word on the card, so you have to be able to expand your mind when it comes to what it may mean for you, if it means anything. All right, give me some messages here for Scorpio for this week. One or two words, I should say. Some are just straightforward and self-explanatory. All right. What we got? Okay, so this one here says toxic and crazy. Again, this is two words. So, if there's something toxic or crazy that's happening around you, again, it may have something to do with this Nine of Swords. Then here we go. All right. Following that, we have conflict. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, conflict. Okay. Remember what I said, conflicting energies that may be going on with a relationship, whether it's a romantic partner, could be a family member, could be a coworker, could be a friend, could be your superiors in the workplace. Last card I have for you, Scorpio, is changes. So changes are in the mix, whatever those changes may mean for you. There we go. All right. So this is what I have for you this week. Scorpio, keep in mind it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Before you exit, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Definitely have a safe, great week ahead. Always throwing in that extra word of caution when it comes to this tower being in your spread. You'll be fine. Do come back here to get more of these messages from me, Scorpio, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.